Hey everyone, thanks for being here. Today we're focusing on something that doesn't often get the spotlight but is absolutely critical for our bridge projects. That is drainage. Good drainage keeps our bridges safe and makes them last longer. What I'll share today comes from the EIA Bridge Binder section 8.3 and the design principles we've studied so far in this section. So, why do we even care about drainage? Two of the biggest threats to a bridge's lifespan are erosion, that weakens the abutments, and then high water carrying big debris. So, high water carrying big debris is why we do the 3-meter freeboard, which we have already mentioned, but drainage around the abutments is what protects the foundations. Without it, we can end up with saturated backfill, erosion, and pooling water. In short, drainage protects the abutments from time, and it's just a preventive measure to protect them. So, here's what the binder says in section 8.3. If drainage is required, it should be clearly marked on the drawing set with a sample detail provided. Either surface or groundwater drainage details are available, and they are underneath this video. With surface drainage being the most commonly built detail, sometimes drainage is required by inspection in the field using the judgment of masons and the field staff. The drainage detail provided are templates and should be modified based on field conditions using the expertise of the local builders. So, the main points are quite simple. Drainage isn't always required, but you will need to evaluate it if it is necessary. Standard details are a starting point. Field and masons make the final call. Design are templates. You have to adapt them to each site. So, that leaves you with the main question. How do we know if it's required? The binder says by inspection in the field, but here are the specific signs to look for. Sloping terrains, fine soils like clay or silt, visible erosion, and a high water table close to the surface. Your design team should flag it early as well as your field team. So, the most common of the drainage types is the surface drainage. The idea is to catch surface water before it gets into the abutment backfill. The standard detail usually involves a perforated pipe or channel drain in a gravel trench running along the back of the abutment. The pipe slopes to carry water away, safely discharging down the bank. But remember, this is just the template. The exact pipe size, gravel, and discharge location depend on local conditions and available materials. So, here's how it would work into your schedule. For the first step is the design phase. Look at survey and soil data to judge if drainage is likely needed. Mark it clearly on your drawing sets with a note like provide surface drainage at back of abutment, see detail. Reference the standard detail from the binder or collaborative folder. Step 2 is during pre-construction. Discuss the drainage plan with the field manager and masons when you arrive. Check that materials, pipe, gravel, geotextile are available, and adapt the detail to match the site conditions. And for the final step, step 3 construction, install drainage as backfill is placed. Local masons' expertise is keys, they'll help ensure it works. And from my experience, drainage is usually something that starts around week 5 or 6 of the build. It is not critical for inauguration, but it's smart to begin whenever you can, when you got downtime and tools available. Think of it as fit it when you can test, but don't skip it. So, just for some key takeaways to wrap up this section. Drainage is preventative. It protects abutments from water damage. The communication between both teams is essential for a durable and successful bridge, and the design documents are below this video. If you have any questions about drainage, please contact your DIC for guidance. Thank you.